Hi, I'm Peter Travers, and this is Popcorn, where we tell you what's going on at the movies. And our guest today is Woody Harrelson, who has a lot going on this year.
Time to nut up or shut up. It's squishing time. It's the apocalypse. Nobody getting laid.
In a minute, Woody will be with us and tell us about his activities on screen. But before he gets here, I'd like you to take a look at The Messenger, the movie that means the most to him.
Should be in the next couple blocks.
We should just ask someone.
No. First of all, men don't ask for directions, much less soldiers. Soldiers on a notification definitely, positively, do not ask for freaking directions. No GPS, no MapQuest. We navigate. Second, you never want to park too close. They hear a car park, go to the window, see two soldiers getting out. It's just a minute of torture.
Woody Harrelson.
Peter, thank you for having me here.
I'm thrilled to have you here, and I've got to say to you and to the great world out there that from now on until the rest of the year 2009, it's like a Woody Harrelson film festival. You start with Zombieland, right? Then in 2012, you're the guy that tells us the world's over, right? Then you're Defender, you're doing this like superhero thing that happens. And then to me, you're making The Messenger, a movie that I think gets to the heart of healing and war with humor, that if, Oscar, are you listening? Pay attention to this movie. So Woody, when do you see the wife and kids?
Well, I'm sure I'd like to see him more, but you know, I got to run around and promote these movies, and hope they get a chance.
You got a purty mouth.
Zombieland just doesn't seem like one of your movies. I can't picture you finishing up No Country for Old Men and saying, I'd like to do a zombie picture. What is that? How did that come to you?
Well, I never really, kind of plot out what it is I'm going to do. I just, I read scripts, and if they resonate, if they have heart, and this one I didn't even want to read because it seemed like Zombieland. That's just going to be stupid. Finally, I did read it, and I got to say, I was so knocked out by how funny it was.
Oh my God. Look at this clown.
Tell everybody a little bit about who you play, who this Tallahassee guy is.
Yeah, well, Tallahassee, so named because it's my character's request that everybody go by wherever they're from. And don't really want to know names, don't want to get too close. My character's been burned a little bit, but now he's on the zombie ass-kicking path, and generally a loner, but I kind of fall in with this other group, and we all kind of, do some zombie killing together. Yeah, is that a good description?
I think
That's the worst description of a plot ever. Huh?
It sounds like a typical thing that people would get together and find this world kind of destroyed with only these people left. But you're not really saying how the Holy Grail in this movie is a hostess Twinkie to your character.
Yeah, my character is a real lover of Twinkies.
There's a box of Twinkies in that grocery store. Not just any box of Twinkies, the last box of Twinkies that anyone will enjoy in the whole universe.
Which is ironic since I haven't had one since the mid-'80s, but
I would imagine that you had never had one,
Yeah, no,
you're the guy who's eating raw vegetables when I see you.
Years ago, I was a junk food junkie. I loved it. So, that was one of those turnaround things.
You were really just swallowing that stuff down?
Oh, like crazy. The King Dongs and the Ho-Hos and, all those chocolate-covered treats I used to go nuts on.
All right, I want to switch to this movie, The Messenger, which has a kind of special place in my heart. Set that up a little bit about what The Messenger is about and who you play.
Well, in The Messenger, Ben Foster and I play casualty notification officers in the Army. If anyone dies who's connected with the Army, they will send someone to the next of kin within 24 hours to let the people know.
How you getting on, Montgomery?
It's going well, sir.
I have an assignment for you, Montgomery. So it happens that over the few months you have left on your enlistment, you will get your chance to render some of your most valuable service to your country. I am assigning you to a casualty notification team.
Sir?
Captain Stone will show you the ropes. He is the expert.
And then Ben's character kind of falls for one of these, a widow who is played incredibly by Samantha Morton.
Where are you going?
I haven't decided. You know, it's funny, we always had to move wherever the Army sent us, and now I don't know where to go.
If you need help with any, packing boxes or putting things in boxes.
You know, I can pack up this house in a day and unpack it in two.
I think it's a great film. It's probably the film I'm most proud of being a part of the films I've done,
What I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that a lot of these scenes that you shot with these other actors, that you and Ben didn't really know what to expect when the door opened?
There was no rehearsal. We didn't meet the other actors who were playing. We didn't even know who was playing the part.
You didn't know Steve Buscemi would come out of a door?
No, we did know
Steve
Buscemi was going to be in that scene, but we didn't know the other actors who were involved. And there's, I think, 6 notifications in the course of the movie, and so it's completely unrehearsed. It's scripted, but even that, since we have never even read it with the other actors, it was very, it was, it was like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. And I thought it was cool how it was just one camera and he followed. We didn't know if are they going to let us in the house? If we get in the house, where do we go in the house? It was kind of cool that way. I had never in my life cried so much. Of course, my character is Captain Tony Stone, and meant to be Stone-like, not to show emotions. But as soon as they'd say cut, I'd start bawling.